Hey there! I've got some custom Swiss Army knives for sale on my Etsy shop. These I have handmade scales from Bocote wood, or Bocote. This is an exotic hardwood from Central America, mainly Mexico, I believe, and so the Spanish pronunciation is Bocote. And it's just an exotic hardwood that is very popular right now for making knife handles and other things. When I was at the Blade Show last month, I noticed a lot of the nicer knives. Uh, some were offered in this Bocote. It's kind of in vogue right now, and you can see why. It's got a very striking grain pattern. I don't know if the color is so true here with my camera, but it's kind of a golden oak color with really dark stripes through it, swirls and some little eyelets and all kinds of interesting patterns. So these are mounted on used knives, but I think pre-owned would be a more apt description because I'm not going to go to the trouble and expense and time of mounting custom scales on a used knife that's beat up or anything less than just about perfect. So these are just about perfect. I would say they're very newish. So let's just run through them real quickly. This one's a Spartan. It's the lowest price one I have offered. I believe it's at $49 plus shipping, and then they go up a little bit from there. So here's the corkscrew. Look how good those liners look. Here's the awl. Blades. Blades have very little, if any, scratches on them and very good edges. All the action is good and snappy. These knives have not been oiled yet. That tends to smear them up a little bit in the video, but they will be oiled before they go out, which will make them just as snappy as they are right now. And that screwdriver cap lifter has a half stop. So that's the Spartan. And the next one I have is a climber, and it's actually a vintage climber because it has a grooved corkscrew. Again, look how nice those liners are. And a sewing eye, a sharpened reamer with no sewing eye, so that's pre-1985, right? So you wouldn't believe this knife is 34 years old. No half stop on this one back then. Being a climber, it has scissors. And then the blades. And then finally I have a Huntsman, which adds a wood saw. So scissors and a wood saw. And this one's going to have not only the corkscrew and the reamer, but also the multi-purpose hook. Scissors, saw, just like new. And then the blades. The blade is actually quite sharp. Don't be fooled because I pushed it open with my thumb. It's just a little trick that I really try not to do very often. Okay, so these are custom handmade Bocote wood scales. Let me cut in here and show you a little bit more about the scales. I wanted to give you a look at the scales before they go on the knife. So you can just see them that way. I want to point out that they're very thin. They're just as thin as the original Celador scales, and they fit just about as precisely. You've seen clumsy made wood scales before. Mine are not those. Mine are very thin, fit precisely, have contoured, smooth edges, and are polished to a high luster. That's just the raw wood there. There's nothing on it. So that's a look at the scales off the knife. and those are all 3 for sale on my Etsy shop. If you're interested, please go there and have a look. And as always, thanks for watching.